in terms of your own certainty of your own existence, where would you put yourself between a scale of 0 and 100? 0 means you're certain that you do not exist, and 100 means you're certain you exist.
I wouldn't put it on a scale. I simply wouldn't put it on a scale.
Why not?
Because it changes every day.
Why not?
It changes every day. Sometimes I feel different. It's
Today where do you lie? Between 0 and 100?
It's changing second to second.
Okay, good. Tell me. Today, between 0 and 100, where are you?
I'd say around 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
So you either exist 50%, or you either don't exist 50%.
In some capacity. I exist in some capacity.
No, not in some capacity. In your real existence. I'm not talking about hypothetical existence.
The fact that I live as flesh and blood, the fact that I don't feel like I'm atoms, I feel like I'm something more, right? But I could be wrong. But there are many theories about why I'm here. There are many theories about if I'm here, right? But that's not my point. My point is, the reason why I feel I'm here, right, I'm not sure on, and you are sure on.
What was my question?
That is dangerous. And that's just as dangerous.
What was my question?
Am I certain of myself being here?
No. I said,
on a level of 1 to 10.
Between a scale of 0 and 100, 0 is you're fully certain that you don't exist, and 100 means you're fully certain that you exist.
Okay, so here's my point. Based on my answer, give me a number.
No, you tell me
I'm proving
between 0 and 100, where are you in your certainty of your existence? Between 0 and 100.
I was pretty articulate. Right.
I
would assume you'd get in a rough area.
I'm a bit mathematical. So between 0 and 100, where is your certainty level?
You're mathematical, but you don't believe in maths only, right? You believe.
Is there anything in what I'm saying you don't understand?
No, but I'm answering it in a different way.
But I'm not asking you a question that you ask another question and answer. I ask a specific question, which is, in terms of your own certainty of your own existence, where would you put yourself between a scale of 0 and 100? 0 means you're certain that you do not exist, and 100 means you're certain you exist.
I wouldn't put it on a scale. I simply wouldn't put it on a scale.
Why not?
Because it changes every day.
Why not?
It changes every day. Sometimes I feel different. It's
today where do you lie? Between 0 and 100?
It's changing second to second.
Okay, good. Tell me. Today, between 0 and 100, where are you?
I'd say around 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
So you either exist 50%, or you either don't exist 50%.
In some capacity. I exist in some capacity.
No, not in some capacity. In your real existence. I'm not talking about hypothetical existence.
What's the difference between real existence?
Do you know what is real and what is not real?
No. What's the difference? Just explain to me the difference in real and hypothetical.
Like hypothetically, you could be a banana.
No. What's the difference?
No. Imagine hypothetically, you say, I believe I'm a banana. That's a hypothetical existence. But your real existence is you're not a banana. So in your real existence,
provable and unprovable.
No. Are you a banana?
That's not what I'm asking.
Maybe Let me clarify.
Why are we talking about bananas?
No, are you a banana?
I've asked you for a definition. You're going on about bananas.
I am talking about hypothetical and real. So hypothetically, you could be a banana.
Just give me the difference.
I just told you.
Without talking about bananas for a second, give me a difference between hypothetical existence and actual existence in your.
I am just telling you.
In your opinion.
In a real sense, an actual sense.
Without fruits, please.
Okay, you're a cauliflower. That's a vegetable.
Yes.
It's a vegetable.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Are you a cauliflower?
I'm beginning to become one after this combo, yeah.
Okay.
I'm starting to become
so between 0 and 100 scale, how much of certain that you're a cauliflower?
You know, I can't take a conversation seriously once you start talking about vegetables and
But if you are 50% unsure of your own existence, what does it matter? What does it matter? Why does it even matter? Because
you set the standard.
There's a 50% chance that you don't even exist. You shouldn't even worrying about anything. You shouldn't even feel offended that you're a cabbage. Okay. If you didn't exist, would you feel offended?
No.
Right, I call you a cabbage.
What's the point here? I'm missing your point.
How can you miss any point? You don't have a brain. You don't even have a brain because you don't exist. Okay?
I said I exist in some capacity.
How are you?
I'm okay. Alhamdulillah. How are you?
MashaAllah. I noticed that someone doesn't have a brain.
You see?
No,
okay.
He didn't notice that. He overheard you peddling false information.
Right.
Which I'd argue you're good at.
Right. In your everyday life.
No, go on.
In your everyday.
No.
I know you'd like to hide behind something.
In your everyday life.
You struggle with a debate with me, my friend.
In your everyday.
It's okay. Take a break.
In your everyday life, you're not that skeptical. When you go to a restaurant when you're hungry and the waiter serves you, nothing,
We're
and
not-
you just,
We're not talking
yummy
about
nothing.
Me.
Delicious nothing.
Wait, we're not
Yeah?
talking about me. We're not talking about me.
Who's me? The one that exists, one that doesn't exist.
We're not talking. We're talking about the ideological point of
No,
view.
no. Who am I talking to? Something that exists or something that doesn't exist?
We're not talking about.
No, no.
I'm not talking about.
Am I speaking to someone that exists or someone doesn't exist?
In my interpretation, I exist in some capacity.
So you
told
do
you.
exist,
Yes.
right?
I've
So
told-
when you
have we got this recorded? Because you should watch it back. I said that probably 15 minutes ago before you went on a tirade about fucking vegetables. Quite frankly, I'll start swearing. But
you felt offended when you
no,
you
I
didn't
just,
feel
I
like
swear
you were
'cause I'm
non-existent.
passionate. I said no, I'm not offended.
But can we establish a common ground? What's the
Right.
common ground?
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
can't have
Common ground.
Right.
What's the common ground?
So certainty.
The
This
common
gentleman
ground might
believes
be that.
no,
we-
not might be.
What
Certain.
might be the power of art.
he's not certain about anything.
No,
So you can't come to common
beyond
agreement.
reasonable
what you're
doubt.
conflating, right? You're used to speaking to people that only speak their views, right? I have many versions of truth and many ideological points of view that I can choose to adopt at different times.
Which one are you choosing now?
I'm choosing to adopt a antagonistic one,
Why?
right? So which is going against your point of
Why?
view. Because I don't think you're fluid. Well, yeah.
Why do
Malleable,
you
so-
choose an ideological position
I'm also-
if it's not true?
It's not about I don't want to talk about myself. I think that this guy's perspective is slightly false. So I'm scrutinising him. You're welcome to talk about me another time. But quite frankly, speaking about vegetables, when you're trying to talk about something a bit slightly
Yeah,
more serious,
I call people vegetable if they don't use their brains. I call people
Sir,
bananas if they don't
sir,
use their
just because
brains.
you're not
Are you
interpreting what
here-
I'm saying,
But if you don't-
it's not a question of mental capacity.
Are you
right?
here
Or
to
cognitive
establish-
capability.
It's about-
I'm very able to understand, simple ideas, which I believe one of you, many of yours are, right? Not in a derogatory
But what's
sense.
the common ground?
Can I enjoy that? Cheers.
It's the common ground. I want to know the common
Right,
ground.
the common-
No, I have.
No, it's fine.
Is it raining?
No, the common ground.
What is the
Did-
common
Are you certain?
Which I think
Are you certain it's raining?
Others, you can't have a conversation.
The point is, we are saying that you have
I'm sure there are many pieces,
certain
but
principles.
this isn't about for me finding common ground or expressing my own individual opinions. We can do that another time. I'm absolutely
We're not
happy
even
to
talking
go
about
through.
your opinion. We're saying what is the common ground that both you can agree on.
I don't think that there's necessary to agree. I want to first establish
So-
why we disagree. And you
I'm
came
not
over
asking
to us.
what
We were
you
having a
disagree.
discussion.
I'm asking
I
you.
understand.
No, I'm talking about the foundation. What is the common foundation that both of us can agree?
Well, let's start somewhere. Let's
Just
start
summarize
with-
it. Yeah, that's what I wanna
Let's
know.
start with a more interesting conversation than, let's say, belief systems, right?
Okay. Good.
Let's start with the idea that information can be subjective and it can be objective, right? Yeah.
Right. Good.
That's fine.
Good.
And I don't do
Let's go
leading
ahead.
questions, by the way, like a lot of debaters here do, asking one question to get to a certain point. I'm simply going through, you can contribute at any time. My point here is that the main point is that one person walking around here holding up a placard that you actually said off camera that, he had some sort of, let's say, fallibility thought-wise.
Yeah, he's not mentally stable.
Right, mentally
I
stable.
interviewed him.
I'm sure, no, and I saw that as well, right? But that doesn't...
How can you see that? It's
That
not.
doesn't
It's not
trans-
public. My interview is not.
No, when I spoke to him, I
Only
spoke
speak to him. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm not going against that individual, but I think it is a more glaring example of what people in religion suffer from, which is a blindness, of sorts. And I think that
So only religious people suffer this kind of blindness.
No, of course not. Any interpretive, any subjective information.
Then it's not.
does.
So it's
But
not
the difference-
exclusive to religion.
No, and this is where we're going back to it. No, it's not exclusive to religion at all. It's subjective
Then
and
don't
objective.
bring religion in then.
No, but I will tell you how. Because it's not about religion necessarily. But as soon as someone is certain on something, I'll accept all religions as art, as subjective information. But as soon as you start peddling the idea that it's objective, you end up, for me, as I see it, very similar to this guy. You're
Like this
closer
one
to
here.
him ideologically, right? Maybe not cognitively, but similar in terms of your execution. You're here.
I'm not.
But you are.
And I'll tell you why you got
But-
your interpretation totally mixed up.
Okay, you can tell me that. Perfect. Do you want to go? Go.
Yeah. So when we talk about certainty in a belief system sense perspective, we have a solid foundation that backs it up. So when we say I believe in a God, I believe in angels, I believe
So
in.
does science, though, and we know that science is willing to be proven wrong.
Do you
but
know
you're
what
not.
I was trying to say? I'm saying
Yeah.
when we
I'm
talk
caveating
about that we believe in things like this, believe in the unseen,
Yeah.
we have a solid foundation
Yeah.
that this belief is based on. So because of our solid foundation,
Solid- the fact that it's- can I-
which our belief is based
Can I just say
on.
one thing? the fact that you say it's solid. Can I just clarify?
Yeah.
That solidity, how solid it is subjective, surely.
No.
Yes.
It's objectively demonstrable.
No, because you could read it and think solid. You could read it and think.
Is
not
there anything
solid.
objective?
No, exactly. If you could show me that information.
Okay. Is there anything
That's like
objective?
science then.
It is like science. Yeah.
So you
but
have to
science
try-
is willing
you
to
have-
be wrong.
Let's understand something. Is there anything?
Be wrong. You're not. Big difference.
Is there anything objective?
Don't go on. You said science.
Yeah, so
Go
evolution
on.
is
Yeah,
science. So the thing is that you have to understand that a leap of faith is taken by religion, but also is taken by science. So certain things that you think are
Yeah.
absolute right now,
Yeah.
you're talking about science, is there's still a leap of faith.
I'm not
there.
putting science against religion, right? I'm saying that they are the same, but the difference is that science seems more flexible, right? It doesn't seem that flexible
I
to
know,
me, but it's more flexible
But
than religion, in my interpretation.
But is Earth
It
round
is.
or flat, for example?
It's
And I
like
think
it's like
that-
it's
and
like
I think
saying
that his fallibility isn't insanity.
No.
It's
This
sincerity.
insanity- no, no.
It's false sincerity. He believes.
Let's talk about
He
in
his
why are
own
we now
voice.
concentrating on this gentleman?
Well,
we
I'll
are
tell you
talking
why.
about
You're
because
making a straw
what
man-
he's
you're
doing,
making a straw man
he's
fallacy.
interpreting the information
committing straw man
and
fallacy.
he's using it and interpreting it and using it in the modern day. He's talking about America will go to war with Russia and it's going to start in Iraq. Computers
and
are to blame.
what solid foundation is that
AI
grounded on?
factor, and
What solid foundation is this based on?
you ask him. He says that it's to do with
No.
his interpretation of the Quran. It's his interpretation.
This has nothing
of,
to do with the Quran. As I said, someone is a mentally
no,
unstable
for
person.
him, it is. So just as we should expect,
Just because somebody claims that my belief system is based on solid foundation doesn't make it based on solid foundation. You have to demonstrate it.
No. What he said, right?
That's a claim.
Yes, but
Is it demonstrable?
No, well, it could be because it's a generalized prophecy that is in the Quran, and it could be.
The Quran doesn't say anything like that.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't say anything like it, but it's a generalized
So
prophecy.
it
does
because
Well,
the
let's call
Quran
him
does.
over. Let's call him
Look,
over.
look,
but you can definitely
because
give
look,
them delusions
so you're
and-
so you're happy to bring a mentally unstable person into the discussion.
Don't discredit his opinion.
I'm not
because it's
discrediting
your
him.
interpretation.
It's not my interpretation.
I'm not bothered
I've
about it.
interviewed him.
I'm not bothered.
Why are we
can say
talking about
something.
that? Why can't you move on
No.
to this?
Okay.
You are trying to discredit his opinion because of your own subjective opinion about him,
What
which
you
is he's mentally unstable.
what you didn't listen to. The point I'm making is this:
Yeah.
everyone can make a claim that their belief system
Yes.
is based on a solid foundation.
According to me, and I'm super skeptical.
Listen,
his argument
can I
stands up to
get
scrutiny.
can I get my word in so you can at least hear what I have to say?
Yeah.
Good, thank you. So people can make these claims,
Yeah.
but how many of those people can substantiate their claim with solid evidence? We as Muslims,
You don't have solid evidence. You think you have solid evidence.
see,
but that's subjectivity.
that's the problem. As I was telling you right now, before you
You're going to go ad hominem
interrupted,
and you're going to talk about how I say something, not what I'm
did
saying.
I even make any ad hominems?
Yeah, you did. You're talking about how I'm talking about something, not what I'm talking about.
You see,
That's
the problem is I can't even finish my sentence.
Exactly, you're doing it again. When it gets hot, you're going to talk about how I'm doing something, not what I'm doing.
Do you want to hear what I have to say?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. Listening means listening attentively.
Yes, but can I just report you? I heard your point. Your point
I
is that
haven't made my
everything's
point.
subjective.
I have not made my point yet. How can you
Okay.
have heard it?
Let me try and let me see if I'm right then.
No. Don't assume.
Let me see.
Don't assume.
He's going to say that there's a serious, rigorous test that you have to go through
Are you
of
certain
evaluation.
that he's going to say that?
No, but I'm pretty sure. Let's go.
Okay, you're absolutely wrong. 100% wrong.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So don't ever assume in a discussion with a Muslim something on a stance like this. Assume and then get really embarrassed by.
I'm not embarrassed. Go. I'm
You're not
happy to be
embarrassed by getting
corrected.
it wrong?
No, happy to be corrected.
It's not like getting it corrected. You're so sure.
Go on.
You're so sure. And now you're not even feeling embarrassed. So what we're saying
Hold
is,
them again. Here we go. Yep.
when we Muslims say about our belief system, we say it's based on a solid foundation which we can demonstrate with evidence. That solid foundation. So even though my belief in
What kind of evidence?
let me finish my statement, then you will see. Even though my belief in an angel is something that I may not be able to show you an angel, but because it's based on a solid foundation which informs us about the angel, can I finish my statement? You're so impatient.
I am.
Why?
Because it goes on, and I get your point.
No, you haven't got my point.
I want clarification on the foundation and the
Okay.
and it's,
Right.
actually, if you record it back, it's pretty much what I said, which is
Okay.
that there's a solid, rigorous set of tests that you have to go through, right?
When we talk about evidence, what is evidence to you?
Yes.
I'll use exactly that evidence to demonstrate to you
You
that
guys
ours
should
is
all
based on a
watch
solid
it back.
foundation.
I was basically
Okay.
predicting
What is
he said.
evidence?
I predicted what he said.
Yeah. So ours is
I
based
accept your
on
apology.
solid foundation, demonstrated by evidence.
Yeah.
Now, what do you understand by evidence? In your own understanding, I can use that evidence.
Oh God. Wow. No, what I mean by like, what do you go off?
Evidence.
Yeah, but what specifically?
Do you accept evidence?
What would you accept?
Do you accept
I want to
evidence?
see what you accept.
Before we don't go into any further
It's not
detail,
important what I accept.
do
I
you
don't accept what you accept.
do you
I have higher
accept
bar.
do you accept evidence?
Yeah.
Right. What kind? What is evidence to
It's
you?
provable evidence.
Like, how do you prove something
for
to
me,
be true?
like if a car works, then I'll be like, you know, I trust that a mechanic.
Okay. So, if, for example, the religion which says,
I'm quite basic in that way. I'm not as complex.
I'm going to
yeah?
yeah, Islam says brotherhood, universal brotherhood. Brother, are you from China? No. Okay.
No.
But I still consider him to my brother.
Yeah.
Look at the brotherhood. He
not
made.
exclusive
Okay.
to-
Are you from my country?
Brotherhood
Are you
is
from
it-
my country?
Is brotherhood exclusive
doesn't
to
necessarily have to
religion? Is brotherhood
No, no.
exclusive to religion?
No, you said if it works. So I've given you an example of a proof.
What works?
If brotherhood in Islam works, does that mean
You have now a principle of interaction in our belief system,
Right, yeah, yeah.
right? And it works.
Yeah.
So now I feel,
pretty low bar for
okay.
me.
But you
Brother, are you Palestinian? Okay. Do you feel for them as your brother? Of course. I feel for them too.
So you have
Do you feel for them?
Yeah.
Right.
So do
so
I,
can you,
and I'm not Muslim.
right. So
Oh, wow.
so now.
Wow, so your
wait.
point about-
Let me finish my point.
Yeah, no, but your
The
point
point
was, I
is,
just said your point
wait.
was wrong.
You're. How can it even be wrong? You're actually adding to.
Inconsistent. Because you're
Listen,
saying,
listen,
do you
listen.
feel for your brother? Do you feel? I
Listen,
feel for
listen,
them.
listen.
Empathy, my friend.
Listen,
It's beyond
listen.
Religion.
What works? Brotherhood works. So even though we are different nationalities, different ethnicities, still the brotherhood in Islam works. So now you have one evidence according to what is acceptable to you is Islam is true because it works.
so impatient?
Do you need more, or this is sufficient for you to accept Islam now?
What was that? What was that?
Brother, I'm about to make him a Muslim.
He
Is
goes,
it?
I'm
Is this?
impatient 'cause he goes
Excuse
on
me.
and on
Wait,
and
wait, wait.
on. I'm nowhere near being a Muslim.
Wait,
no
because
idea what you're
I've given you an evidence according to your own standards. Is it sufficient for you to become a Muslim now, or do you need more evidence?
No, I don't need any evidence to become religious.
No.
Yeah?
Evidence for
No.
the truth. Because that's what I was giving.
Yeah.
I was giving evidence for the truth claim of Islam according to your own acceptability standards, and you have seen one that it works, so Islam is true. So now why are you ready for becoming Muslim?
You're talking now about my belief system.
No, I'm saying because I'm giving you evidence to the truth of Islam,
Right. So
according
that's
to
good
your
enough for you. It's good
criteria.
enough for you.
You
No,
set a
according to
standard,
your
you say,
criteria.
It's
not our
you
criteria.
You said,
It's your criteria.
you said that if
Acceptable evidence. Acceptable evidence. You said I will accept evidence. I've given you evidence for the truth of Islam,
Yeah.
according to your own criteria, brother. According to your own criteria, now you have in front of you the truth of Islam, the evidence of the truth of Islam. Are you ready to take your shahada, become a Muslim?
It's subjective, isn't it? So I don't.
Are
see
you
what
saying
say.
evidence is subjective?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
Give me an objective
Your
evidence.
criteria is not subjective,
So,
objective.
so basically now you've moved the goalpost. So now give me an example of an objective evidence that you are happy with. Then if we were to give it to you, then you'll say, yep, makes sense. Go ahead. Objective criteria for an evidence that you can accept.
I don't accept. That's the point.
No, but he's
Do you accept any evidence which is objective?
There's better ways of doing things on the ground, right?
Is there any evidence to you is objective and acceptable?
No, it's not. No, it's not atheism. No, it's not.
It is.
No, it is.
It is.
the atheist
If there is no objective criteria, then how can you say
Right.
that
So for
something
me,
is wrong?
Do you accept any evidence?
look. Do I accept belief system? Do
No,
I
not
accept-
belief. Do you accept any evidence?
I do.
Right.
But that
what evidence do you
doesn't lead
accept?
but here's the difference. Are you ready for this? The evidence doesn't lead me to conclusion or to faith. Right? I can accept.
Do you know what
your
the definition of evidence is?
parameters. I can accept.
Do you know what definition of evidence is?
Evidence
Look it up.
doesn't
No, I
affect-
don't
Look it
know.
up. Look it up. Look it right
It doesn't lead you to a conclusion.
now.
I got
Brother.
no. I got no.
Okay,
charge.
I can help you with mine. Okay, evidence.
Just ask Siri. Ask Siri.
I'll put on my
Okay.
hotspot.
Okay.
What does evidence lead
Okay,
you to?
inshallah.
No, I got no charge.
Yeah.
I'm on.
I think it's a waste of time.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Evidence definition.
No, it's not. I'm not. No, it's not.
This is proper
Yeah.
But yeah, is
atheism.
he defining proper atheism?
The available body of facts or information. Go ahead.
Available body of facts or information indicating whether a belief or proposition is true or valid.
Is true or valid. So evidence is something to do with truth or validity.
What's the point?
So now, when we provide evidence, is to demonstrate something is true or valid.
No, I get that, but the difference between me and you.
Are you
God.
someone who accepts evidence?
Yes, but the
Good.
difference is, I don't accept evidence and then create a belief system that is certain of itself.
Hang on. If it leads to what is true and valid, would you accept it?
It leads to a version of truth.
Yeah, that's what.
A
Version of
Yeah.
truth. Okay, so there are different contradictory versions of truth.
I think so, for sure.
Yeah?
Different religions, for example, yeah.
So true can be like, for example, today is Monday and today is Sunday. Both can be true.
That's not a good example. It's not nuanced enough.
Are you certain for any evidence that is 100% true? though?
Or you just.
And
No,
like, for example,
no,
that
I think
tree there.
truth is ever shifting. I think truth is shifting.
What is truth, by the way? Because I don't think you know what
It's
truth
not
is.
just a pile of evidence.
No, I don't think you know what truth is.
You've got Jordan Peterson.
Your
Do you know what
idea-
truth is? Okay, help us to understand what is truth to you.
I'm not even that
Okay,
articulate.
help us to understand what is truth.
Look, mate, it's not a list of evidence. You were just saying.
No, what is truth?
I've given you evidence, and why are you not believing in Islam? Because belief
Let's go
itself
back.
is the issue.
Let's go back to
It's
the
not
very
evidence,
core of this.
accepting of evidence.
What is truth to you?
It's not provability.
Now, what is truth? What does truth mean?
It means for me, I'm not sure. I'd have to think
Really?
about
Are you
that.
speaking to
I don't know
Mansur?
yet.
That's what I said.
Are you speaking to Mansur?
That's what I'm saying.
But I know.
You don't know what truth
I know
is.
it's not certainty. Truth and
But how do
certainty
you
are
know that if
different.
you don't know what
They're
it is?
different.
What is
And you-
certainty?
Certainty for me.
No, for you, what is
a
certainty?
conclusive stance.
How do you conclude something if you can't use evidence?
Is there any criteria for certainty?
You can't. You know. You're
Because you're saying
missing my
conclusive.
What criteria do
Right,
you
for the
use for
camera.
certainty?
Certainty is that on? Right. Certainty is not a pile of evidence, right?
What is
Nor
it?
is it?
Nor is truth.
No, what is it?
What are they?
Certainty is
It's
not this. No, I'm trying to.
Give him time. Give him time. Give him time.
I'm trying to. You define it.
No, go ahead.
Right. What it is? It is certainty is a conclusive position, right? Whereby you think that you feel right. I'm willing to adapt this slightly, but you feel that there is nothing else needed to know in that area, right? So you're certain it's good enough.
So how do you
right?
achieve certainty?
The fact that I'm standing right in front of you, in less than a meter,
Right.
do you feel a certainty position, a conclusive position that I am here
how do you
just
conclude
about 1 meter away?
Also, I trust people that know more about the distance,
Wait,
know
wait,
more
wait,
about
wait.
what's happening. You know.
That I'm standing in front of
I'm
you,
saying that I'm fallible is my point.
that I am
in my conversation.
standing in front of you. Do you have the conclusive stance that I'm standing in front of you?
Stance is a weird word to say when we're standing.
That's what you defined as conclusive stance.
Stance, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you believe with certainty he's standing in front of you?
Brother,
mate,
please,
this-
please.
The thing is,
No, you're making it complicated for him, right?
right. The thing is that to me isn't nuanced enough to reflect how I feel about religion.
I'm not talking about religion.
About religion.
I am standing in front of you, so I'm saying, do you have a conclusive stance that I am standing in front of you?
I would say yeah.
Right, so you are certain.
Yeah.
According to your understanding, now we got you.
Yes, but
So
I'm
now,
willing to, no, I'm not certain. I'm not certain.
Oh, you're not-
so
Big
you're now,
difference. Big
you're now
difference. I could
redefining your
probably,
certainty.
no, I could probably prove it, right, with evidence, but I'm not 100% certain.
Hang on.
And I'm not. And if somebody else with a better idea,
Can you remind
comes
me
in-
again what
How
was
are you certain
certainty?
that you are
What
not certain?
No. We've mentioned this.
Certainty.
You said certainty is
Is
a conclusive
yeah.
position.
And
Stance.
I'm saying I'm not. I'm not
No.
certain. 100%.
Certainty is, you define what certainty is. Can you remind again? Remind us again. Certainty is,
It was, conclusive. No, certainty is like a conclusive stance. Yeah.
right. So the fact that I am standing here, fact in inverted quotes, do you have a conclusive stance that I'm standing in front of you and speaking to you?
Yeah, but if someone else comes along and says, "Look, he's not
don't make
actually there,"
excuses.
But you're
insane.
theorizing.
You.
I go, okay, you know what,
according
I'll
to
take
you.
my-
No,
According to you, right?
According to you.
So,
Right
do
now,
you have
yeah,
a conclusive
but-
stance?
Okay, I'll say for me right now, probably yeah. But the point is,
When you say probably,
I'm
I don't
not
understand what you mean by probably.
I'm not.
I don't understand what you mean by
certain
probably.
That you're,
I'm not talking about certainty. Are you feeling that conclusive stance that I am in front of you speaking to you?
No. Like, I'm not
So,
conclusive.
so who are you? Who are you speaking to?
It makes me sound insane, but there has to be a
No, who are you-
variation. There has to be.
Are you speaking
there has
to
to
someone?
be a chance that I'm just insane on my own inner part.
No,
there
you
has to be a
Mansur,
chance.
do a
But
demonstration.
do you
Okay.
do you live your life by looking at those minute
So if I
In terms of theory, it's different.
Yeah.
So this is why we shouldn't go to details about me standing in a park, because it's very different. What people get distracted by is the fact that we're talking now about me. We shouldn't be talking about us in a park.
I think it's just trying to lay your foundation so that you can have a conversation.
No,
That's
but
exactly the
definitions are important. You're going from my
Yeah,
definition.
you can't have a
Then let's just
conversation if you
talk
don't lay out the
about
foundation.
let's talk about permutations then and possibility.
okay. So, do you still feel after this discussion that I'm standing in front of you? Conclusive stance? Do you
I
have?
feel that, but in
Do you have
terms
a conclusive
of theory,
stance?
mate, in terms of theory,
No, do you feel the conclusive stance?
Can we not go from my persona and my personal experience?
No, your definition.
To definition.
I'm
No.
working with your definition.
No, okay, let's
Because I
just stick
can't
to the
speak to you
definition.
unless I
Let's
speak
stick-
to the language you
no,
are able to understand.
Listen, bro. Let's stop talking. Let's just focus on the definition then, and we'll stop talking about how I feel.
But you can't even agree
No, not
with the
feeling.
definition.
No, let's
You're
talk.
not even willing to agree with
So
the definition.
according to your definition,
yeah, I am.
do
Can we
you
have a
do you,
conversation?
do you
What
see me
definition
here
am I not willing
standing?
to agree with?
You keep saying probably.
No, well, what definition am I not willing to agree with? Pose it to me.
Evidence.
What definition?
Conclusive stance.
Evidence
Conclusive
isn't a
stance.
definition.
Objective criteria for
You just
certainty.
mentioned it's conclusive statement. You just
Conclusive
mentioned that's
stance.
evidence, and now you're backing it.
Your
What
criteria.
definition am I not
Why are you
able
doing
to
this?
accept?
Why are you doing this? Why are you wasting his time?
How am I wasting his time? You just came to me with a point that I'm
No,
not able
no,
to
no,
accept.
no, no, no,
his-
no. Why are you
his
wasting his
definition.
time?
What definition?
Are you? No. Sorry. This is atheism. This is what Allah says in the Quran. This is psychology atheism.
No,
بَلْ
it's
لَا
not.
يُقِنُونَ.
No.
They are uncertain. You know, you're proving to us right now the
Yeah,
existence of
of
Allah.
course, but that
Existence
leads
of God.
itself.
You're proving. You're not doing yourself
Uncertainty-
any favor.
No, uncertainty.
You're not doing yourself any favor.
Okay, stop talking. My uncertainty. You say it again.
How
I'm
often
not doing
I'm
myself
stopping
any favor.
talking? How certain I'm
You
talking?
No, but you said it twice. You said
How
you're not
certain
doing
am I
yourself
talking?
any favor. You said it
How
three-
certain am I talking?
Say again.
How certain
It's
am I talking?
ridiculous. You're saying the same thing again
Why?
and
Why?
again.
Yeah, but that's important.
No, we are just asking
you
that
certainly
what
saying
are
the
the
same thing
criteria
over and over again?
for your certainty.
I can't be. No, obviously, I think I am. I think I am.
So
you
he
know what?
said the same
Let's do
thing.
the
three
short
times.
answer.
He
Prove
said
it.
different
Bro,
things three
uncertainty
times,
is
yeah?
inconsistent
No,
position.
but you're
so-
trying to disprove the fact that there's a possibility
Yeah.
by my experience.
I think he's exaggerating.
Obviously,
your
I
point.
don't
Yeah,
think.
exactly.
we are
That's what
not
he's trying to
It
do.
makes
We are
it.
not
You use this tactic all the time, I'm sure. Which
Sorry,
is
what's your name?
Talk
What's your
about
name?
a definition, Gabriel.
Gabriel. Okay. Gabriel, do you have a phone with you?
A phone.
Yes.
Yes.
Could you show it to me?
Yes.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Could you pass it?
There you go.
That's it. I don't have your phone.
Are you certain?
No, he could have the phone. I know
I can
magic.
take it then. I can
All right. See you later.
use it say later.
You are not certain.
Are you certain?
Are you certain? No. We need to establish something. Are you certain he's got your phone? Are you certain? Are you certain he's got your phone?
So we've gone completely ad
I'll
hominem.
take the
No,
phone.
no.
And we're not talking about
Gabriel,
certainty itself anymore.
Are
We're
you
talking
certain-
about how certain I am about
Are you
the
certain?
phone.
Are you certain this is your
How
phone?
certain I am
Yeah,
about
one
the phone,
second.
which is a very different
Criteria for
point.
certainty.
Which is a
Are you
very-
certain this is your phone?
We've disproved him.
Are you certain this is your
I
phone?
answer?
Yeah.
Yes, I am, which is a very different answer to certainty itself.
How did you become certain?
So you're not.
How did you become certain on this phone?
Certainty itself.
So
Can I
your
have it back?
definition.
Yeah, no.
I'll have my phone back.
How do you know it's your phone?
I don't, but can I have it back? And I'll
If you don't, then sorry, I can't help you with. I'll leave you my. Yeah. No.
No, excuse me.
No,
Because we
No,
are.
no.
No, hang on.
How
Because we're.
are you certain? How are you certain? You can take my card.
That's
That's
it.
fine.
Ridiculous.
That's fine.
Wait, hang on. Because, no, wait, hang on. Because we're 100%
Does your phone
certain.
exist?
Wait.
Are you certain?
Because we're 100%.
Are you certain?
Wait, hang on.
Can I have my
Wait.
phone back?
Are you certain they
no, no,
exist?
Can you be a bit respectful?
Are you certain?
Wait. No. We're trying to make a
Do
point.
I exist?
I don't
We're
want
trying to make a
everyone
point.
passing around the
Gabriel.
phone.
Gabriel. Because
put
we're
the umbrella on my-
100% certain that we have your phone, we'll give it back to you.
Oh, so now you realize. Now you realize when it becomes personal. When it
No, you're
brother,
being
one second.
rude. You're being quite frankly rude.
Wait, when it becomes personal,
Yes.
then they feel it,
Yes.
right? That's why. When the Europeans and the Americans will feel the suffering, the Gaza children are suffering, then they will wake up.
Then they'll wake up, yes.
Exactly, you're demonstrating this. When they have the same thing happening to them, they will wake up. and they will feel yes.
Gabriel, because we
certainty has something to do.
We were
with
demonstrating the concept of certainty.
No,
How many of you want to speak at once? One of
Okay,
you.
fair enough.
we are just asking for one thing: criteria for certainty, objective criteria for certainty. This is
You were certain that was your phone.
No.
You were willing to even fight for it.
No.
Why is that definition changed now for certainty?
No, because the definition of certainty is not how certain I am about my phone. What don't you get? What don't you get?
I don't care about the
There's a
definition
different.
anymore.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm
care about
demonstrating.
I know,
Define
but here's
certainty.
what you've done well. You've
Definition.
smoke screened the whole argument.
demonstrating.
We were talking about certainty itself and how you're so certain on the religion or on any religion, or how people are conclusive in their
But Gabriel,
certainty.
we have the
right,
law-
and then you're talking
foundation
about
for-
you're somehow just you're not
Gabriel, do you
proving that
understand why
wrong.
he's doing
Wait
it?
a
Do you know why
second.
I did it?
Wait a second. You're somehow disproving that by saying that I'm certain that it's my phone when it could have been not been my phone and so I'm wrong. No, that's a very low level of debate. If you want to have a serious debate, don't go ad hominem and go into a small example
Do you know what ad
of
hominem
me and a
is?
park.
No,
It goes about
Do you know what ad hominem is?
Yeah, going to the going
Criteria,
against the
but you
person
are
rather
not-
than the debate.
No,
Right?
no. Ad hominem is a logical fallacy.
Yeah, it's a root cause. Ad,
No.
anti, hominem,
No.
person.
Ad hominem is a logical fallacy.
Oh my God.
Right? What logical fallacy am I quoting
God.
here?
I don't want to hear about
You
ad
don't even
hominem.
know what
I don't
logical
wanna
fallacy
talk-
is.
Yes, I do. But I don't.
Okay, tell me.
I don't.
What
wanna
is an
talk
ad
about
hominem
that.
fallacy?
No, I don't want to talk about that. We need to.
Because you don't even know about
No,
it.
You've tried to escape the definition of certainty by talking about how certain I am with a phone, and now you're trying to talk about ad hominem.
No.
Please,
Let me-
please,
you know,
go
guys,
back to
position-
the original.
Gabriel.
Please go back to the original conversation we were having.
So let me
Which
clarify
I
my
think
position.
No, but I think we can agree on it.
Can I
think we should
clarify my
agree.
position?
You're certain on your religion, and I'm not certain on anything, right? When it comes
But
to
you're
this,
certain that that
no.
was your phone.
When it
You
comes
cannot say
to
that
this,
that's certainty wrong.
this debate, right?
Let
when
me-
it comes to this debate,
let me come back to
that
the
doesn't
point
mean that
before
I don't
you
believe
get-
my phone is in his
before you get
pocket.
agitated,
It doesn't
right?
mean that I don't believe in anything. It means for the purposes of this debate, you have to.
Let me
believe
come back
that
to the
certainty
point
is worse
before
than
you got
uncertainty.
agitated, right?
But Gabriel, at least
I'm not
are you
agitated.
sure?
I'm trying to make the
How
point because
are
you just
you
do not
sure?
hear it.
Are you
Listen,
I'm
certain?
only raising my voice. 'cause
I
you don't
only
say it.
was going by your own definition, which is
Yeah.
certainty is about having a conclusive stance.
Yes.
So I asked you, the fact that I am standing, factually invalid.
just
again,
testing your,
no.
definition.
But this is not an appropriate example to explain the nuance in such a
tell you why,
detailed
Gabriel.
definition.
I'll tell you what, Gabriel.
It's not. You're talking about phones.
Action
It's
speaks louder than words.
I'm
you
not
tricked all of
using-
these guys.
I'm not-
Hopefully you didn't trick the people at home. You certainly didn't trick me.
I don't need to trick the people at home because people would know which,
People would know.
No, they're already
who,
tricked.
who's got a cabbage brain and who's got a working brain. That's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah?
So let's talk about the definition. Would you disagree with that definition, or would you have a separate?
I was
definition?
going quite happily with your definition.
Okay,
Did
good.
you not realize?
Yeah, no,
so
that's
now,
good. Well,
with your definition now,
Oh, well done to me.
with
for
your
defining it,
with
so-
your definition of having a conclusive stance. So now,
But you get the difference between
Listen.
you get the difference, guys, between me believing that the phone's in his pocket and me accepting that there is a possibility that other things, the fact that he's not here or other things greater than that, we're not certain on it. I'm allowed to be uncertain about other things, even if I'm wrong about hedging my bets that the phone is
You're
mine.
using different standards.
Why use that example when it is so easily, it doesn't reflect the situation?
why do you do
Why
different
use that?
standards
for it?
I'll tell you why. You use that because you wanted to trick everyone here to make it seem, well, maybe slightly smokescreen the debate, which is actually saying that certainty is dangerous. That's my only point. Certainty in any situation, right?
yeah,
of that.
It's
you're about to
necessary
take this
some-
phone with some kind of dangerous certainty. Yeah.
Contradiction your
You can keep
statements and your
talking about the
behavior.
phone because it's funny, right?
yeah, it is funny,
But it's
actually.
not actually that
It's
intelligent.
funny. You're making a fool out of yourself.
What if he ran away with
And I
that
don't want you
phone?
to fool yourself.
What if he ran away with the phone?
We're trying to help
Would you be certain that was
I
your
know,
phone?
and that's why I feel
We have
bad.
to help you.
I
Okay.
think
Then
I
I
genuinely don't
apologise.
think you mean.
Okay.
well.
Have the intellectual humility to say you're 100% certain that you exist.
No, I'm not. I don't have that. And the fact that you have
know,
that
at least,
certainty-
Gabriel,
What
at least,
percentage?
wait, 1 second. At least
you
we,
can't
at least,
say
at
that.
least, at least we had.
You could be in an AI
You
algorithm
cannot
right now.
say that
What
certainty
percentage-
is wrong.
Seriously,
Gabriel,
Gabriel.
Gabriel,
I don't think you are.
wait, 1 second, brothers.
What
At
percentage
least,
on?
wait, at least we had
I
one.
can't put a percentage on. That's not the point. The point is that there
But
is a
is
percentage.
it over 50%?
Is there a percentage?
Is it over
chance?
50%?
I'm asking you. Is there a percentage?
No, but
chance?
as in for you,
0%.
You think 0%? Well, you're talking
0%.
to somebody that is just like not.
So who are you talking to?
That's just so.
No, but you
you're
talk
so
about balance
short-sighted.
of
Gabriel,
probability.
Nothing is 0%.
Gabriel, at least.
I mean, come on.
Gabriel,
Okay.
at least
Do you
we
think
had,
something
wait,
can be
wait, can I just make a
0%?
point very quickly?
Come on.
At least we had 100%.
It's ridiculous.
The fact that you don't have a cabbage brain,
Exactly.
it's a 0% or 100% certainty? I'm 100%
No, I
certain.
could have one, bro.
I'm happy
No,
to
you
say
have
that.
one.
If you live a cabbage in
Mine
there.
doesn't
No,
work.
So-
think is you
How
know
would you breathe?
ratios like propensity. No, I wouldn't. I don't think I do.
Okay.
Right? It's not over
But what
50%.
percentage?
If I said,
There might be the chance
Gabriel.
that that's actually
There could be a cabbage
in
and a computer, and I could just be a machine. Yeah,
yeah,
potentially.
Gabriel,
I'm fucking
I am,
you up.
I am.
But you know what I'm
If
saying.
I said I'm 100% certain, I put 100% certain that you have no cabbage in your.
to see a joke even now. That's
Gabriel,
ridiculous.
if I said,
But you
I am, brother, I am 100%,
That's not really intelligent.
100% certain there's no cabbage in your brain. Would you go for that? You'd say no. At
don't
least
know, mate.
maybe
What-
1% cabbage.
Yeah, but what I would say probably is
Which
wrong.
one?
I was certain that this was my phone. That is wrong. I
No, no.
shouldn't have been certain that this was my
The
phone.
statement I'm
I
making
could have
now-
just stolen. I could have robbed you.
Yeah.
I could have robbed
The
you.
statement that I'm making now, that if I said I'm 100% certain there's no cabbage in your brain,
Yeah.
are you happy with that statement and saying no, you can't be
Again,
100%
look,
certain?
we can talk about certainty and how I feel about what I'm
So I
certain
can't be
of.
100%
There's different
certain.
levels of
Are you
certainty.
certain? Are you certain that it's not raining right now?
There is-
Are
there
you
is
certain that
different-
this
no, no,
camera's
there is-
not
there
on?
is-
Are you
there is-
it's
Islamically
not
there is.
relevant to what I'm saying? And if we
Islamically
want to have
there
a
is.
real
There
discussion, we
There
should
is.
talk about things relevant.
Okay. So now
Talk about things relevant. Definitions.
I will.
Yeah,
I want
and
to
can
share with you something.
No,
Gabriel.
no, can I
no,
say-
no, about certainty, which you will agree with.
Okay, go on.
In Islam,
hope I will.
there are levels
Not
of
certain of it.
there are levels of certainty. There are levels of certainty. There is ilm al-yaqeen, which is the certainty about knowledge. There is about called ayn al-yaqeen, the certainty about seeing
By the way,
yourself.
I'm not disrespectful to your religion. I want you to know that, right?
You have not been respectful to my religion.
No. But in terms of,
And
can I say one thing?
can I finish
Yeah,
first?
okay, you go.
Right. And then the ultimate level of certainty is called haqqul yaqeen. Okay? The truthful, absolute certainty. Okay? In the day of judgment, in the hereafter,
Yeah.
everyone will have haqqul yaqeen about heaven and hell and Allah's existence and angels and everything.
Yeah.
Now, you have, for example, what we call the knowledge-based certainty, ilm al-yaqeen. If you see something with your own self,
Yeah.
this is your levels of certainty from your own personal vision and experience. Okay?
Yeah.
So there are levels of certainty.
Yeah.
So what you are talking about is not totally wrong in terms of levels of certainty.
Yeah,
even in English
but,
law,
but,
Why
but,
did it take this long?
But you are saying that we have to employ this kind of skepticism
not
in
what I'm saying.
everything.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
For example,
I'm not-
no, can I
yeah,
finish
okay,
my
go on, go on.
statement? For example, if I said, does your brain have any percentage of cabbage, or is it all human brain? I am 100% certain there's no cabbage in your brain. It's 100%, even though I've not seen it.
I might have stopped some in this morning, bro.
But you somehow say,
No, my point.
Hang on,
I could
Gabriel,
have a
Gabriel,
spit
are you saying if I open up your brain, I can find certain percentage of cabbage in there?
No, I'm not saying that. Those are very different things. But the
Then can I be 100% certain that there's no cabbage in the brain?
That's what he's trying to say.
Can't be. You can't be 100% no.
Yeah, but there's a level
Even
of
if I open up,
certainty.
even if I open it and see it myself.
Look, mate.
No. Even if I open up, slice your brain, skull,
As
and
a
look at your
neurosurgeon.
brain as a
There are levels of
neurosurgeon.
certainty. I'll agree with you. There are
Yeah.
levels.
So if I were to open up your brain
Just don't
and I
use
see this,
100%. It makes you sound
no, hang on.
delusional.
What percent certain would I be when I see your brain as a
Just
neurosurgeon?
don't say 100%, but say I'm certain that it's not there. And I get those, you're certain on your faith. And I get that. I respect that, actually.
So this is where Islam comes in. Look, okay, fine.
But can I say
Islam,
one thing? Can I say
yeah,
one thing?
but
But it's also a danger. To not acknowledge that it's a danger is, and that guy's not similar to you, is also a crazy point of view, right? He's similar to you.
certainty gives you contentment, tranquility in your heart, knowing that your dad is
mate.
your dad
I know,
and
but
not
so
someone
does
else.
delusion.
No, listen.
So does delusion.
Do you know your dad is your dad?
This is coming.
Your mum is your mum.
Do you know it's raining? Do you know that the
Yes.
clouds are the clouds?
Yeah, I
We can
do.
this-
I do.
We can do this forever. It's not right. It's not a good conversation. It's not
Are you sure you're a man?
Trans.
Oh, can we just move on?
Sorry?
Trans maybe.
Can we move on from the examples of certainty? Yeah. Can we just agree to do that? It just goes round and round. You keep doing it.
So, but I have to disagree with you that
You can
certainty
disagree,
does
but you
not
don't need to-
lead to
you don't
danger.
need to do crazy
Certainty
examples.
leads to tranquility.
Right.
So when you know your dad is your
Good.
dad and you're not a bastard
Okay,
child,
stop doing
then
that.
you're really happy that I am a legitimate child of my dad, right?
Maybe, or unless your culture wants bastards. Who knows, right?
Why do you want to maximize doubt?
Think about it.
I
Why do you
don't-
want to maximize
well,
doubt?
because
Why would you do
doubt
that?
opens,
I think it is a
yields way for the
delusion.
new.
Why don't you want to
the
make
death of
something
the
happen
old
as
yields
hard
space for the
uncertain
new.
Why do you want to maximize
Moses,
doubt?
no, what's
That's
your
my question to you,
who are your prophets? Surely there was an era in some of your prophecies
that's an
that there was
experiment in
the old past and they gave way to the new. Surely that was a thing. And if it wasn't, I suggest maybe you look at the way that humanity has progressed in certain ways. I genuinely think that we're moving in the right direction in the Western world, we're moving in the right direction in the
More
world in general.
degeneration.
And I think the fact that everyone here, other than a
Breakup
few
of the
people
family,
shouting out, talking about cabbages,
Depression.
I think it doesn't hurt to have conversations that are interesting. But I think that
around.
you have to also acknowledge the dangers, right, of your religion, but religion anyway, right?
No, it's not a religious issue.
But you
It's about
can-
certainty issue.
Yes,
The issue is about
yes,
certainty, not
yes,
about religion.
true, true.
So in science,
But what are you certain
do we-
about matters, though, right?
is there anything we are certain in science?
Yeah, but there are less social things relevant to science, I would argue. But there may be some stuff.
But it's talking about levels of certainty.
But no, but I'm talking about
When
the
a
implications.
nuclear bomb drops,
Oh, can we stop doing examples? Can you please? I will
Why-
walk away
why-
if you do more silly examples.
That's
I'm
not
sick of-
silly.
I've been here an hour, and you've done about 17 silly examples. We barely get over them.
That's
Every
not-
time
that's not
that
a
you
silly
mention
example.
one, these guys start getting all excited. Can we just not do it?
It's not about excitement.
Well, whatever it is, you know.
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Have you read the Quran yourself?
Maybe it's the cold.
Okay,
fidgeting.
Gabriel, have you read the Quran?
Let's stop then if it's
Have you read the
No,
Quran?
no, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Okay.
And I have nothing against you having
no,
a
no,
belief
no.
system. But
What if-
please acknowledge.
What I'm
please
saying-
acknowledge that.
Acknowledge what,
Firstly, you don't need that to survive, right? And you don't need that for a society to thrive. You don't need religion. But
Who said that?
who said what? That's my perception. No, you don't need it.
Okay.
There are.
Okay.
I don't think you do. In my opinion,
Be sure of that.
I don't think that. I don't think you need it. That's just my belief, right?
Fair enough.
But
So according to you, you don't need the source of morality.
you do morality, but
What is morality based on?
I think it's a set of norms. I think individual morality. I think I have that innately. I feel
So
I
there is
know
no
what's good and
objective
bad.
morality.
No, there is as well. That's like law. I
Where
had
is
this
the
debate
objective
with
morality
Ishmael.
based
Do you know
on?
Ishmael? Yeah, I had this debate with him.
So where is the
I was
objective
a lot
morality?
more rational in that debate.
What is the objective morality? Is objective morality based on anything?
Not really. No. Let's move
Let's
on.
end it then.
Can we ground morality objectively somewhere?
Funny the West.
Huh?
Can we ground morality objectively somewhere?
We can ground it with a set of rules that we all agree on, i.e., democracy.
But do we all agree on democracy?
The majority. Common law, the common goes by. I think democracy is the best version of what we have.
Which democracy?
I think democracy as a
Direct or
system.
indirect?
So if you all agree now
Direct, of
to
course.
say, if you all agree,
Yes, direct democracy.
So you're saying this country is not direct democracy?
Well, no, it's not. We have
This is
people
Jeremy
speaking for
Bentham's
themselves.
Yeah.
We have to be. Yeah, I think
This is indirect.
we'll talk
democracy.
about that. I really want to have this conversation. with the
we,
camera as
we,
well.
we need to make a move. So
I'll
if
have
the
that
majority,
conversation.
if the majority agrees on a
No, Switzerland is
ceasefire,
direct.
you should be going for a ceasefire, right? If the majority agrees.
Very direct, but it's not people speaking themselves. They still have.
You've got representative proof, yeah.
You know Gabriel. So Gabriel,
No, but
Is-
I think.
if-
Do you admit
if the
that there
major-
are dangers
if-
with all religion and with subjectivity to begin with? Do you admit that?
I do not
You don't.
agree.
You don't agree.
I'm telling you what I'm not agreeing with.
Saying democracy.
I do not agree with the principles of democracy
interesting.
as we know it,
Okay,
right?
love that. Go on.
Because democracy,
Yeah.
for example,
Go on.
There is a form
if
of
This is now my forte.
if a country decides
Yeah.
they want to be dictatorship by democratic vote, you don't have a problem with that, right?
Well, no, Napoleon had that happen to him.
And
but
so did
Would-
Hitler.
would you-
Hitler was
would you have a
democracy.
problem with that?
Democracy as well.
Would you have a problem with that?
Hitler was
it
democracy.
was similar.
Yeah.
It was
If people agree to have a dictatorship, democratically vote,
Like they were in.
are you engaging with me?
No, both of you, but yeah, you. As well.
Brother, that's the problem. If democratically people agree to have a dictatorship,
Yes.
yep. So you'd
Yes.
you'd be happy with that.
Yes, that was a democratic situation. Yeah, if they put
Yeah.
somebody into power.
So if all people agree that raping is okay,
No, you're doing these examples, mate.
No.
Sorry?
You're doing these examples.
Hang on.
You're going back to
Wait,
these
wait.
emotive examples rather than talking about.
It's not motive example or not. I'm
Emotive,
talking
you're talking about raping
the
people.
principles of
Democracy.
democracy is about
You don't need
agreeing.
to go to emotive examples
Let me, brother, hold it right here.
in
because
order
I'm
to.
getting wet.
No, why can't we talk about?
Yeah.
Democracy without going to these examples? You struggle
That's what
to have a
democracy
conversation.
is. Democracy is the majority agree on something.
yes.
So if the majority
You
agrees,
don't have faith in society.
Wait,
then.
wait.
I think society will create its good laws.
if the majority of the people
Yeah.
agreed they should rule by Islamic Sharia, you'd be happy with it.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And if the majority of people agreed rape is okay, you'd be happy with it.
Yes.
Wow.
You know why? Because I have more faith in humanity than you lot, clearly.
What if the majority agreed
I have more
that
faith.
Islam was
I don't
true?
think the majority would.
If the,
I don't think the majority. Yeah, I don't think the
Did
majority
you,
would.
did you miss this? If majority agreed rape was okay, he says he was
Okay,
happy with
okay,
it.
so this is why he
I know
goes.
that's not
This
you,
is why the examples don't work. I say it again.
that's not
The
you.
reason your examples don't work, and this is actually disrespectful
Explain,
now, because
explain.
you're making me seem to
Actually,
these
we
silly
respect you,
people.
being
No, explain.
These
explain.
people. These people.
Look,
who are
I'm giving
silly-
you the
who are
opportunity to
silly
explain.
Now think that I'm somehow aligned with rapists.
No.
You just suspected yourself.
I'm giving you the opportunity
yes.
to explain.
You
disrespected yourself.
I knew this would happen.
No, explain yourself.
You'd bring a stupid example
Explain.
and you'd
Mind
trick
if I
people
ask-
like him.
ask less about democracy?
You'd trick people like him. You trick people like
Less emotive. Less
No, I
emotive.
haven't. I'm absolutely more abstinent than you are, mate. I'm more abstinent than you are. Stop it. I'm more abstinent than you
Why
are.
are you taking democracy?
You're wrong.
Gabriel, do you mind if I ask you a less
I have
emotive
more.
question?
I have less.
This is a
Let's
product
If the
of-
men-
ask a less
How
emotive
dare
question?
no,
of course.
but how dare you trick that guy into thinking that I would be pro-rape?
Gabriel, now
That's
you're
what you
speaking
think.
on the- now you're
said.
speaking on the
That's not what I
example.
said.
What did you say?
That's not what I said.
What did you
Gabriel,
say?
I
you just
said
said it on
I
the camera.
trust the majority
Okay,
to make the right
Gabriel,
decision.
on that
That's
point-
the wrong decision. I would never be for those things. I would never stand for those things.
Right. So basically,
But
go ahead.
no, but you understand what you've done here. What he thinks.
You've clarified your
Stick on
position.
that now.
My position
You've
is
clarified
that
your position.
I believe democracy would never do it, and if it did, then I would reevaluate my interpretation of democracy for sure.
That's where you're wrong. Democratically, people made wrong decisions.
Is this mic picking me up? Because I sure as hell do not want to be caught on camera
No.
with this clown.
By the
laughing
way,
and
no,
saying
don't
you
call him a
proved yourself
clown.
wrong.
By the way, he's clarified his
You were
position.
cackling like one.
He asked you.
Gabriel has
You
clarified
asked me
his
a question,
position.
and then you thought
Gabriel,
that
I'm
everyone
helping you now.
reacted, it's not just-
Gabriel has clarified his position. Even the majority decided rape is
I would
okay.
reevaluate democracy.
He would not accept it to be
I would, no,
the right decision.
No, I would reevaluate my argument of supporting democracy. Different.
But can
Your
I?
principle is not the majority.
So now
We're talking about
you're
we're
questioning what
no,
democracy
no,
is.
no. I'm saying your question to me: do I support democracy, whatever happens? You used a stupid example as another smokescreen because you yes, a stupid example about rape, an extreme example, right?
You should not be
Right,
talking about that guy,
right.
whether
It was
is his
stupid. I'll tell you why.
Fair
Because
enough.
it's not intellectual.
Oh,
It's
Fair
not
enough. Fair enough.
nuanced.
Islam,
You
if
keep
It's actually,
doing it.
it's very emotional. I accept.
And I'll
No,
tell
no,
you-
I accept it's an emotional argument that I've presented
No,
to
but
you.
it's not just that. It
makes you feel really emotional. I accept that.
Yes.
But
No one who
I'll give you an example.
democracy.
I'll give you an
is
example
anything-
in real life.
No, don't give me examples.
No,
I'm
no.
going to walk away if you do examples.
No example in real life question.
in a cocky
A
life.
question about real life.
Stop doing examples.
No example.
Question.
Question.
Proven
question,
yourself
question.
incapable of bringing relevant
do not
examples to
project
the
good
conversation.
Today, the majority of the people think.
I know.
No.
It's true.
Brother.
Fluctuating between like good energy and real
Today,
stuff.
today, Gabriel, the majority of the people accept Israel is an apartheid state.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that because we haven't finished talking about another issue. I don't want to talk about it. Actually, I've got a lot of reasons why. First, I think it's insensitive. I don't know enough
Why
about
is
it.
it
Is there people dying?
You are nearly a million people
not even-
talking about
No,
it
because it's
yesterday. In a
anti-Semitism.
democracy.
What about what Hamas does then?
A million people talked
No,
about it
Hamas took
yesterday.
an
Okay, let me lower it down a bit. Majority of the people now
Are
in the
you
world that
bringing
we
another
see.
example? Am
No,
I
no.
hearing another example?
No.
Yeah, Hamas and Israel.
I'm bringing it down a lower, one
you
level
talked
lower.
about Israel, didn't
no,
you? That's
one
another
level,
example.
one level lower from apartheid.
Would I trust democracy to make the
please.
right decision?
The
Yes.
majority of the people
Yes, I
consider Israel is a terrorist state. Do you
Would I
agree?
tr-
Do you agree?
You know what? People a week before Benjamin Netanyahu, well, a week before the war or the issues, escalated. The people on the street, right, in a democratic state. Also, people here. I walked with people here, Free Palestine March, and that's a sign of democracy, right? That's an expression of democracy, right?
So the majority of people
But you-
think
you
Israel
just
is a
want
terrorist
people
state.
speaking.
Would you agree with them?
Well,
and
no,
accept?
I'm not.
Now you
I don't
wanna
want to
engage.
talk. No,
Now
I
you
do
want
want.
to engage.
No, listen. I don't want to talk about his examples that he brings up because it's smoke screens
Oh,
again.
but you want to bring your
You want to
example.
talk about? No, I haven't brought an example. What examples have I brought?
You just did Netanyahu. You just used that as
No,
an
I was
example.
responding to his example
Yeah,
about
let's
Israel.
talk about your example.
No, he brought up Israel. I'm using the leader of Israel.
Gabriel,
That he's
So you're using
actually in
example.
some ways
Okay.
anti-democratic.
So you're using example.
example.
It's okay,
And I
Gabriel.
said that people
Gabriel,
on the street against him. The week
we have to
before.
go.
No, wait a second. We have
to go.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
let him win the argument.
No, it's not about winning. It's not about winning. No, it's not. It's about finding an understanding for positions.
This is atheist, bro.
I'm telling you that.
Tell
I
us
can't do
something-
this guy, mate.
tell us
And
something
I think
before-
it might
before
be
we
half
leave.
productive
You see the
if this guy
apparent
wasn't here,
action.
quite frankly.
No, tell us something before we leave.
So
yourself a
listen,
favour, Gabriel.
the point here is that the point here is leaking everywhere. The point here is that democracy has faith in the people to make the right decisions, right? If you educate people and you teach them the right things, they will also make the right decisions. But actually beyond that, truth and virtue, I think, is an inherent human instinct, not something handed down from God. I don't need to read a piece of parchment for me to feel good and bad is, what I think it is already. I already have an
But
innate...
the same religion, Islam tells
innate
you
instinct for
that
good
truth
and bad.
instinct is God put you in there.
Say again?
So you're agreeing because
Say again?
what you
just say it
said,
again.
you have instinctively, you know the innate position
Yeah.
of knowing what is true and truthfulness, right?
Say that again. That doesn't make sense. True and truthfulness.
You said
Yeah.
you know instinctively, innately,
Yes.
within you
Yes.
what is true.
I trust. Yes, that I have a.
And
judgment.
I am saying
But mine
this
is
is
handed down
the
from-
position. This is the position. This is the position of Islam, which tells us that Allah, our God,
Is there a limit?
made us like that.
You're actually probably the most rational person here.
Are you not listening?
Yeah, good. No, I'm listening.
I'm saying our Creator made us like that to give us this innate position to know the distinction between right and wrong, truth and falsehood. So that's what our Islam tells us. God tells us
Yeah.
this is how He created you and me.
Yeah, but the difference
So
is,
now you have another level of
difference is-
agreement with Islam.
But you're limited in your democracy. If I said gay rights, for example, or something like that, and the majority, you wouldn't be
Like
able to
rape.
say.
Why would people agree on a rape?
You just give it. Okay, that's true.
Why would people agree on a rape?
It's okay for you to bring this up.
Yes, we are trying
No,
to.
but I'm giving a rational.
disingenuous.
No, but he's talking about real minor things. I'm talking about things that the countries have voted on. When is
What about paedophilia rights?
So what about Palestine?
when is that ever
Incest
been voted
rights.
on by democracy?
Incest rights.
Incest rights.
Paedophilia rights.
When
Why
is
do you
that
stop
ever been
there?
voted on by
Before
democracy?
you educate people in
Which is
democracy,
not-
you
By the
have
way, Gabriel, did you know that in
Oh my
certain part of
God.
Europe they are marching for their rights?
Infuriating.
One moment, brothers. One moment.
How is gay
Do you-
rights
do you
the
know?
same as
Wait,
paedophilic
I'm not
rights?
saying same. I'm
No,
not
in
saying
terms of scale.
rape is the same
In
as
terms of
gay.
scale.
No, what I'm saying is example of rights.
I have to
So
shout to get pointed.
in Europe, they are marching for paedophilia rights.
Yes, correct.
No, they're not. Where? Which country?
Is it not?
In Europe.
Which country? Which country in Europe?
You can Google it.
careful.
You don't know what
You can
country?
Google it. I'm not certain.
That's not. Well, I mean, you're learning something. You're learning something at least.
Of course, I learn every day.
That's
Do you?
something.
I learn every day. Do you? So Gabriel, we have to go.
Well, listen. Do you mind?
No, I have to go.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
Come with us. Take care, right? No offense intended.
You know what? The thing is, in terms of democracy, really quickly, in terms of democracy,
No, democracy is not the
You're
best system.
limited.
Islam is. Because we don't have time, we can't explain it.
no, I can tell you what.
No, I'm saying
Education.
Islam is the best system
education.
compared
I
to
mean, so many things.
democracy and so on and so forth. But we don't have time for discussing it. Where is this brother? Can I give this back?
It's not mine.
I don't want that going out. Guys, I don't want that going out if possible. I know you can do what you want.
Someone call Sam.
Can you not release that on the DawahWise page or whatever you do? Can you not release that?
Why not?
Would that be right?
Not to us.
You know, it's educational.
I'd rather you did.
So you need to speak to the people.
Is that okay?
No, you speak to the owner of the camera. In fact, it's a bit late for that. But
No, I understand it's been recorded. but you have to upload it.
how is that going to somehow, how is that going to be?
No, I understand, but why
Don't you
why,
think?
why,
How many other people
No,
who are in your
Is that something you're worried about, Gabriel?
no, but I think that, no.
You haven't said anything.
Because you knew all this time it was being